Hey everyone, this is Karen Waksman, founder of Retail MBA, and I'm so excited for our call today. This is with Adrian Morrison. Hi, Adrian.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I'm so excited that you're here. Okay, so here's really briefly, he's going to explain more who he is, but essentially, I teach people how to get into big box retail chains and how to generate revenue with physical products. And a lot of times, people along the way are trying to figure out online strategies, how to generate revenue online, how to grow their e-commerce business, and so forth. Adrian is probably one of the best people I know in the space who knows how to do this, and he's really tactical. And so I love that about him as well. I saw him recently. I've seen him several times over the years, but I saw him recently speak at a ClickFunnels event, which is a great place to take a look at ways to sell information products online and so forth. And I also have seen him online. Bob Proctor did a deal with him. If you guys ever have seen the movie The Secret, Bob Proctor has basically been talking to Adrian and doing things with Adrian because he calls him like the top e-commerce guy and so forth. Super successful. And he's here today to give us strategies and to talk about what you guys can do to support yourself with physical products, because that's his forte. So Adrian, I kind of gave a background about you, but can you share a little bit more and get them pumped up, and then we're going to get into strategy. I'm super excited.
Yeah, absolutely. So, first off, I've been doing this now for, I think, about 13 years. I got started with e-commerce, physical products, just internet marketing in general. My probably junior year in college, I was trying to get into law school and I could not pass the dang LSAT. So I just couldn't get into law school. So my whole reason for getting into e-commerce and internet marketing is that I didn't really have any other choice. I was working at a car wash for $5.15 an hour. And I got started with e-com, and really my passion and my dream was to start a t-shirt company that had funny slogans and just funny quotes and stuff and pictures on it. And that's what really drew me toward e-com. I started selling shirts on platforms like Teespring and whatnot, and had a lot of success. But what I found was that I wasn't really building a real business that way, right? I wanted my own brand and my own business. And I know that a lot of your students and followers, do the same thing. And so I got over to the Shopify platform and I launched like my first e-commerce store. My first day, I made $64 in sales. First month, I think I did over 30 grand. Biggest day, 40 plus $1,000 in a day. And we really just started streamlining multi-six-figure months, all from a room very much like this, just sitting at home doing e-commerce. And a lot of people started to notice what I was doing, right? A lot of people were like, Adrian, how are you doing $400,000 and $500,000 a month from your home? And I live in Mississippi, so you can imagine people here do not understand internet marketing. They're like, internet what? What is a Facebook, Insta chat? So anyways, a lot of people ask me how I do this, and some of those people were Bob Proctor. I ended up showing, I think, his granddaughter how to start her own e-commerce business. Ty Lopez is a great friend of mine, and started talking to him about e-com a very long time ago. And it just seemed like everybody was interested in the strategies I was using to scale my products, right? Get scale out of products, and run my Facebook ads. And with ClickFunnels, I've won the 2 Comma Club Award, the $10 million award. This year, I just won the award for doing $50 million in sales. It's called the C Award, I believe it is. So I've been doing this a long time. I grind really hard, and I'm excited to share less about what I've accomplished and more about what I can help your community accomplish, because that's what's the most important.
You know what I love about Adrian? He's so like so many of my audience. You literally, like, you work out of your home. You're hardcore. I mean, you have offices too, but like you're just in it, and you just don't back down, and you figure things out, and you're really creative. And I heard him speak at a ClickFunnels event, and somebody was like, so how do I get rich quick? And sorry, Adrian, I always bring this up because I just think it's the cutest thing I've ever heard. And he says, oh, well, if you want to get rich quick, you don't do what we're doing, because I put effort, you know what I mean? I put put like my soul into this. Like I'm tired, you know what I mean? Like I get bags under my, like I, like you don't understand how many things I've tried. And so he actually teaches his methods, and to help people along the way so they don't have to work as hard as he does. But I mean, ultimately, he's just the guy who does it, who gets it done. And so I really appreciate that about you, because sometimes people like say things that they do, but he actually is actually doing the work and is in that. So I appreciate you for that, Adrian. I'm very similar in that way. Okay, so let's get to strategy, because people just want to figure out how to help themselves right now, as they're on this call with us. So, okay, so somebody's online, they're selling a product, or they're thinking about selling a product online, and they want to get to the 7 figures, and they're just trying to like find some strategies, some angles that'll really help them out. I know you have something called, I wrote it down, the 7-figure product ascension funnel. Can you talk to them about what that is? Because I think that that was the biggest differentiator for you when you figured out e-commerce and how to sell stuff. That funnel of yours, that thing that you did, converted really well online. Can you talk to them about that and maybe show them your screen and stuff too?
Yeah, I'll share my screen because I did come prepared with slides, because I know a lot of people like me are very visual learners, and I have this funnel, and I'll just go ahead. Let me know when my screen actually gets shared. It should share about right now. Can you see it?
You're there.
Okay, so there's a lot of stuff in here. First, I'll share this. A lot of people ask me, does this stuff still work? These are my stats from my e-com store since 2015 when I started. So you can see that my numbers and my average order value is getting better. So when you're talking about how do I get to the 6-figure and the 7-figure mark, it really becomes more about how do you get a customer that's on your website or on your e-commerce store to buy more products, to buy more than just that one thing that are the 2 things that maybe you're selling. And so I created this funnel that gets me out and got me out of that zone whereby I was stuck selling really low ticket, cheap items, right? And I knew that if I wanted to hit multiple 7 figures, I needed to get people to spend more money on my store. And you'll see that after an entire year of trying, there was this turning point where I 2 to 3x'd the amount of money I was making per customer. So I started earning about 300% more per customer when I put this funnel into play. Now, a lot of people say, you know, I'm selling this, whatever. I'm selling this one product here. These are just some Apple earpods, whatever. So I'm going to try to make millions of dollars off this one product. And while that's entirely possible off of a really great product that reaches a large audience, the thing is one of the easiest ways and the best ways to scale is to scale sideways, right? To find other products that fit your avatar and start selling that avatar those specific products. And I'm going to show you an example using a 6-step funnel that I created. And before I show you this, I showed this funnel to one of my great friends who started out learning e-commerce from scratch a couple of years ago on one of my trainings. He launched this amazing brand. It's a clear coat that you can spray on cars, that some formula he developed, and it makes your car shine. And he launched it, and now he's running a $20 million per year business with that formula using these strategies. And he came to me in the very beginning and he said, we're making a boatload of sales, but how do we make more, right? How do we double or triple this? And I said, well, you got to have a product funnel. You have to ascend your customers to other additional products. And so now obviously they're absolutely crushing it. I'm going to give you an example of a product that I started with, okay? And this is applicable to anybody's store, anybody's whatever, retail business, e-commerce website. Everybody starts with one product, most of the time at least. I started with a product selling dog stuff. I sold these little dog collars right here. So I ended up getting a lot of these products in stock and warehousing these, and I just sold an immense amount of this one product. And I acquired the avatar of a dog customer, right? And I ended up selling over 65,000 of these dog collars at about $11 per dog collar. So now I have 65,000 people that are interested in what? Dogs, right? So what can I do to take these customers and turn them into a multi-seven-figure repeat customer business, right? Well, my ads were already going viral. So you can see ads here, 235,000 likes, 293,000 shares. You can see that here's another ad. I mean, like, people were just freaking out using with the ad strategy that I was using. We're getting millions of views, a lot of which were completely free views, a lot of which were paid views. So we get free traffic and paid traffic, and we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But this is the 65,000 orders that you're seeing here. That was that moment where I was stuck, right? Just selling one product. My average customer spending like 20 bucks, and I was doing good, but I knew I could be doing better. So I created this product funnel that took me from that point where I was stuck and exploded my business, which I call step number 2. So step number 2 was, now that I know people are on my list and in my retargeting audience, and I know how to target dog lovers, let's get some other products that could be, something dog people would be interested in. So I went and I found some pillows that had all sorts of different pictures of dogs on them. So we had pit bulls and Pomeranians and just all dog quotes, printed on pillows. And lo and behold, we started, all 65,000 of those customers, we started remarketing to them, and many of them were coming back and they were buying the pillows. They'd be shopping on our website, buying the dog collar for their dog, and be like, oh my gosh, this picture of this Pomeranian looks just like my little dog. I'm going to get the pillows, the Pomeranian pillow set, right? And I'm going to put it on my couch. Now, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, Karen. I didn't think this was going to work. When I had this idea of finding pictures of dogs and putting them on products, I was like, nobody's going to buy this. These pictures are ugly as anything. But I went on to sell hundreds of thousands of dollars of these products. And so then I said, well, what else can I sell? Well, t-shirts, right? So I started selling t-shirts for $24.95 with the same exact photos, right? Same exact quotes on them. Then I started doing purses, right? Vegan friendly tote bags. Then I started selling shoes, right? And you'll notice that the price is going up. Each step of the funnel, the price is going up because my customers, right, are becoming more optimized to my Facebook ads, more likely to spend more money. Until step number 6, we started selling bedding, this would be an example of what the bedding looks like. So my funnel looks a little bit like this. We started out with like that one product, right? That most people, a lot of your followers and community probably has. And we ended up hitting a plateau point. And where we were able to break through that plateau was finding other similar products that would appeal to our avatar, right? And that's where we really started to make big money. And I have cold hard proof that this works and that it's true, because I'm not someone who talks about theory, right? I like facts. So here's an example of what this funnel looks like when a customer goes through the entire funnel. So this is the inside of my Shopify store. Now I had to blur out customer information because that would be, not good to show real customer info to however many people are watching this. But this customer came into my e-commerce store. We've made 176,000 sales at this point. Her name is Esther. She's from Texas. She's been a customer of ours for over a year, right? She bought one product from us. But throughout the year, she went through our product funnel that we just showed you. And you can see that over the course of a year, she's come back and has made 20 different orders on our store and spent $545. Her first order was for 10, but we ended up making $600. So what's one way that you can take your business from struggling to hit that 6-figure a month mark, or that $1 million mark or 7-figure mark, to exploding past and through it? It's having a product funnel that scales your customers into buying additional products or more of the same product, if it would make sense, like a skin cream or some sort of solution like my buddy sells for different cars. And this is how we took our store from, doing good to doing absolutely amazing. People will come in and they will buy, these are all blurred out. Some people, this is all the stuff. It's t-shirts, it's tote bags and stuff, but you can see people come in, they buy a lot of this stuff. Here's some of my actual numbers from inside of my store using that product funnel. We would take the shirts, the totes, the shoes, blankets, jewelry, all sorts of stuff, and we would sell hundreds of thousands of dollars of it. So in the dog market, in this particular screenshot, we did $3.1 million just selling the same customers, the same stuff on a different item. So that would, I guess, conclude the product funnel of how we tier people up from a low ticket product to higher ticket products over a course
I love
of
this,
time.
Adrian. This is brilliant. So let me get this straight. Are you the one actually manufacturing these other products, or are you partnering with somebody for the other products? What are you doing there? Just so
I don't manufacture them.
private labeling, I mean. You found like one manufacturer who has different ones. Like, how are you managing all this? Because it's a lot, right? So that's what I'm kind of getting at.
Yeah, I have the most of like the actual print on demand, like the items that are printed. I use print on demand.
Got it.
So companies will print them for me and they will ship them to the customers for me. Now, some products that are not custom printed, like those dog collars, since I'm selling such high volume of those, I would actually, warehouse those and have those shipped out at a certain point. But things like this were great because I could scale quickly and I didn't have to hold the inventory of this stuff, but it's still all in the US and is shipped super, super quickly.
I actually had a customer who sold dog pillows as well, different versions of what you're selling. And he just went straight to Walmart, sold a ton of them, got floor displays, all sorts of stuff. So I guess your next strategy could be the bigger stores.
It's really
You're pretty busy, but people are crushing it with this type of stuff. So that's really cool. I mean, bottom line though, it's a smart move. It makes a lot of sense. Now, are you emailing them like to let them know about the new deals, or is it just like you get their email? Because sometimes like on Amazon, if you're selling on Amazon, it's hard to get their emails and this and that. So you are kind of keeping everything in your planet, and then you're managing that via email. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, that's why I chose Shopify to scale my physical product business, because I'm not restricted by their marketplace and all of their rules, which Amazon's amazing. I'm not bashing it by any means. But Shopify allows me to capture customer data. So I've built up an email list into the hundreds of thousands. So when we release a new product, all we do is just press send and immediately we're generating sales. Like less than 30 minutes, we have sales coming in